Okay. Let's start that again. I'm signing you up, Laura. Come back. Maybe this is Mercury retrograde's last little silliness. Maybe I should just call it a night. Just wait for next week. Hey, Wendy. Well, you made it here faster than Laura, so you get the top billing. Sorry, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Y'all are so awesome. Appreciate you so much. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm all saged up. What a day. Did you have a hard day? I had an okay day, but right now, like, my energy feels like, what's going on out there in the world? Is everybody okay? I had a weird dream last night or this morning. Wasn't a bad dream. It's different. Just different. Well, I woke up and then I went back to sleep again. It was an amazing day. That's great. Yay. Tell me about it, Wendy. I'm excited for good things to come to you. I was using, I think I'm going to use my deck tonight. My romantic, enchanted romance. Yes, right. The stock market. Haven't checked on that. It was predicted. Linda G. Comanche. I don't like to watch her all the time, but she's pretty accurate, and she's but you know, it's like she's more, she can predict when bad things happen, and that's why I don't like to watch her too much, because I don't need to like manifest anything bad happening. So I try not to follow the people that see the bad things. Although I know that sounds weird, it's just I'm trying to help raise the vibration, so I watch people who see the good things, which are not that many. But you know, when there's good news, if they can see the good news coming through the mess out there. It did happen today. Yay. Oh, you're a trader. Okay, here we go. I want to hear. Okay. It was a hard and amazing day. The stock market fell apart. I am a trader. I went against the market and actually did really well. So you're reading on me getting money and trying and not to worry happened today. Very nice. Oh, I was just talking about a psychic that I watch, Linda G. Comanche. She she I think she mentioned something about the stock market crashing or something like that. Yeah. So she got it right. Well, that's good that you got some money out of it. So what's your question, Wendy? But I want a reading today on what do I need to know for my highest good. Okay, what do you need to know for your highest good? I think that's a good question. I like the way you phrase that. I'm very much more in the affirmative. Very nice, Wendy. Good job. Okay. All right, honey. Well, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna use this. It's a romantic deck, but it doesn't matter because I can get any kind of message out of it, and it's my deck, and it feels good. All right. What does Wendy need to know for her highest good? I need to get back to drawing my other deck. I got stuck on Judgment and drawing my fantasy band. I'm almost done with the fantasy band. I actually am almost done. I've finished my nephew in my fantasy band, but I was gonna go fix the face of my other nephew anyway. But then I'll be done, and I'll get back to the other cards, the other ones that I plan to do. But sometimes I have other projects that I get interested in. So you have the Four of Cups, which means either you, this could be you because there's a female, right? And that could be you. And there's somebody coming by that could be trying to give you some attention. And Spirit's saying, best not give this guy the time of day. Just be cool-headed about it. Or, let's see what else, because I don't want to just take this out of context. Okay. Because you don't want to be acting that way with your husband necessarily unless Spirit thinks so. So I'll just keep looking. Or it could be somebody's flirting with you that's not your husband. So we'll just double check. But then again, that could be the thing that you're supposed to lean into. I don't know. Let's just look into this. It's also, okay, so in general, this card is about sort of like, yeah, being careful with your heart. And it can represent boredom. It's a contemplation. It's a little bit of like maybe a apathy, a stalemate, getting unwanted attention. But it could be just, it could be undesired advances, just, withdrawing or going inside yourself. Okay, so we're going to figure out how to apply this for your highest good, okay? So let me just get this in context here. Okay, Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something. And we have cups here. So it's a lot about feelings and matters of the heart. Let's see what, and we have, Ten of Cups. So, there is a great love right around the corner for you. There is an all-encompassing contentment for you. Going from the apathy to the all-encompassing contentment, what do you have to do? What do you have to do for that? So, yeah, that's a lot of cups. Okay, I think I'm going to just leave it at that because the Ten of Cups is usually the final card. It's kind of like one of those final cards. It's a happily ever after card, so I usually see it at the end of a reading or at the beginning when there's like a flashback. And the Eight of Cups can maybe tell get there, but I think oh, you know what this is, you guys? All right, I know I'm a big nerd, but okay, me and my son have been watching marathon watching the Star Wars movies, and we just were, he decided he just wants to see the movies, not the in between. But sometimes the in between series can be really interesting and add a lot of context. So that's what how we're gonna treat this. These are like 3 movies, and then I'm gonna get some other cards to add the context in between the big movies. Okay, so this is Return of Love in Your Life. This is movie 1, the lack of excitement in your love life. And movie 2, the walking away from certain love. But I don't know what love that is that you're walking away from. And this is Return to Great Love. Okay. And it does look like Princess Leia. She does. Yeah, it kind of does. Okay. And she's this can, if you're in like in a twin flame situation, perhaps per se, this deck kind of can address that sometimes. This would represent the separation between lovers, or this can represent a starting a new journey or a deeper connection, like a cycle where you come around and you start a deeper journey. This could represent some kind of parting or breakup, but this is also a personal discovering or seeking more spiritual things or some kind of change or transition or leaving a third party or the lack mentality behind. Okay, so now let's get some context. Let's get some filler. So what happened between Big Movie 1 and Big Movie 2? What's the series like? Okay, the bear and the mountain. The bear has to do with finances and bosses, and the mountain has to do with some kind of block. Not with your finances, but it has some kind of, it could also be a view, like, this could also be like wanting to go somewhere different and like, or also kind of seeing the grass greener on the other side kind of thing. All right, so let's see what happens between 8 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Ooh, the child. And this kind of like, well, I mean, it could have something to do with your own children, but I feel like it's more like your inner child and a sense of childlike wonder, like getting excited about something. Something comes through that you get excited about. And that really changes things for you. All right, and also it could be that your libido is stirred up, like feels more arousing. There's a sense of feeling childlike and aroused, and it could be letters coming through, love letters that get you all excited, or sexting or something like that, something that's playful and sexy that gets you to this 10 of Cups, this all-encompassing contentment, this feeling of yes, this feels wonderful. Okay, so let me see what the divine guidance is in all of this. Oh, before I do, let me see. What is happening next in your love life? A perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. Okay. Interesting. So let's see what guys can come for this. Yeah, she looks a little bit like me, just a little bit. Yeah, it was pretty much a self-portrait, but it was kind of like I worked on her, and then she ended up looking a little bit more like Monica Bellucci than me. But anyway, there you go. So don't, and also this could represent this year, because this is the year of the snake, and I've designated this card to represent this year for timing. So that could be exciting there. She represents too libido and skin and sexual things, but she can also represent a sort of a deception, you know? So, but I feel like with these two other cards, it seems playful enough. It's like a sexually playful. So I don't see it as, and also have the 10 of Cups that's supposed to be the outcome of that, the final outcome. So I feel like it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a negative. I think I think it's a good thing. Okay, you got 17. Let's see what that is. That looks very vibrant, doesn't it? It looks exciting. It looks sexy. Ooh, you got empowerment. Wow, wow, wow. It feels like that, like a vibration. This card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the third chakra, the power center. Through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who you are and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle, loving strength. This is exactly what the world needs right now. You are giving the gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. Well, that's really nice, Wendy. Thank you. So, for your highest good, continue to vibrate like that. Vibrate not just for others, but this is good for you. When you vibrate on a high level, you really have a ripple effect to other people. And so, um, and it increases, this playfulness inside you too, the libido, all of that vibrates good. And naturally, the things that you don't want in your life fall away, and things you do want become become attracted to you. And no longer do you have limits like mountains, in the way the mountains are not, it's not a mountain, it's just a little hill. Suddenly you realize, wow, this is not as, because think of it like this. Maybe you're looking at this mountain, but what if you are what if you're this, what if you're this rabbit and you're like, oh yeah, that mountain is just a hill, right? It looks big, but you have to take it in perspective, right? Sometimes things look big, but they're really not. Sometimes things are a lot easier than we make them out to be. Ta-da! So it's kind of like a perspective thing, and your power. You have a lot of power. And yeah. So I think I want to get an energy oracle card for you. I'll be right back. Loving this message, great. I feel like I lost myself as a woman and individual with work, the kids, and in my life in general. I let myself go. I know I mean, I understand. It's a common thing. Women do tend to, stop, like that apathy, stop caring about. And sometimes the thing that wakes us up is a love interest, right? When somebody pays us attention and tells, makes me feel, makes us feel like we're sexy or whatever, even though like we look all raggedy, then you realize, wait a minute, okay, well maybe if I put more attention onto myself, maybe I am the way, some people may see me. Maybe I should feel that way about myself and, keep feeding that energy and take care of myself. So yeah, but it's not about the person. It's about you. It's a shift in you. A person can be a wake up call, but it doesn't necessarily mean a person is like the love of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more like this. Okay. It's like somebody wakes you up. Well, you're kind of just sitting there like that. And then somebody like really sees you and like you feel seen, and then suddenly you start to look at yourself and you realize that you need to uh you need to work to love yourself more and feed that your inner child more. So yeah, you need this. This is like always what we need, but we don't always know what that means. But in this case, it's about feeding your inner child, um, to get, because it's kind of like to snap out of it. No, that's what I'm trying to say is it's not about people. It's not about an outside lover or your husband. But there could be someone that it could be either a person or your husband um, that kind of awakens something, that awakens you to doing more for yourself, to being caring for yourself and getting excited about love again. And it could very well be your husband, but I don't want you to focus on the who. I want you to focus on yourself, because that's what Spirit's trying to say. It's like you, ooh, see, it's a, yeah, I can't, oh my gosh, a man holding a coin. All right, but look at all this victory. So caring connections coming through. Whoever this is could very well be your husband, but it doesn't matter, because it's not the person that matters. It's the fact that they care about you, that makes you realize, if they care about me, I should care about myself. Kind of like that. There's a man holding a coin, so man with money or something having to do with money that helps you sort of see things a certain way. Maybe after you've been through financial constraints, maybe what you're going through right now, like with this win, could be somehow related to these two cards. Just keep being strong and finding courage in every day. But overall, you're getting a victory in your life. Your life is victorious. You're winning. The victory card says, success and achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. More success on its way, and a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. And it could be an outer success, it could be an inner change, a lot of effort that you've been doing. It could be random, or it could be hard at work at what you're doing, but whatever it is, enjoy the accomplishment, but don't rest on your laurels, is kind of what it's saying. It's like, um, there's still more to do. So even if you've had like financial gains, you're going to have more other gains. You're going to have other successes in your life. So keep with your high vibing empowerment. All right. I love it. Very nice. Very nice. So stay focused on yourself. And if people flirt with you or people say nice things, whether they're male or female, take it as a good thing. Like just take it and then use that as an empowerment and realize what they say about me is something I need to say to myself as in affirmations and what like daily I should talk to myself this way. Hey cutie, looking good today, whatever. Okay? I should take my own, I should listen to Spirit too. Sometimes Spirit talks to me when he gives you guys messages as well. Hey, Cole. Um, I'm gonna go change Will's diaper or take it off. I think he's a little full. When I went to go get my deck, he was he was a little stinky. So I will be right back. Okay, good night, Wendy. Hey, Jerry. Laura. This time with me, it's about love. I'm engaged, but my fiance doesn't even want to live together. What? Not sure when we are going to get married. Okay, well, I'll look into that. I'll be right back. He wants me to do something for him. Okay, Laura, sorry about that. Here we go. They say when cats lay down like on your bed or on your the place where you sit or sleep, it's just like they're trying to be cozy with you without actually be cozy with you. Isn't that kind of cute? So it's like I want a hug from my mommy, but I don't actually want to go get a hug from her. So they sleep on a place that has your scent on it. It's kind of like when you take your boyfriend's t-shirt and just breathe it in really hard, and even though they're not near you, something like that. All right, so this time with me, it's about love. Love for Laura. I'm engaged, but fiance doesn't even want to live together. Not sure when you're gonna get married. When you're gonna get married? Let's do when move in and when get married. I signed up for a membership. Yay! So my profile photo changed. Is that all right? Of course, of course. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's see. Are you guys gonna move in together? Let's ask this. I don't know. This doesn't actually say that, but I'm going to see what's next in love. Ooh, benefit of the doubt. When am I getting married? Okay. So the benefit of the doubt is saying give your relationship a chance. Like right now, you may not be seeing signs that it's going anywhere, but it's maybe closer than you think it is. Everything might be falling into place sooner than you think it will be. So let's see. When are you going to get married? Well, I'm going to do a general love spread. Let's see what's going on with love life, and then we'll get into the dates. One at a time, please, Spirit. Okay. Woo, you get an Ace of Cups. There's a lot of love there, though. Lots and lots of love. So you're with a very loving person. Whole lot of love. Lots and overflowing. Wow. Okay. All right. So with those two, you're still on track to getting married anyway, even if you haven't gone very much. I mean, even though things don't seem to be progressing much. So the Ace of Cups represent a new phase. Let's look at it this way. April basically is a reset for everybody. This is like the beginning of the year again. And we're almost done with this Mercury retrograde, which ends on the 7th. And then April, the 12th, is new moon, not new moon, full moon, and Venus goes direct. So Venus has also been in retrograde, and that could be why a lot of love relationships are a little bit fuzzy or wonky or uncertain. Venus has been, and also because sometimes when the feminine feels a little more insecure during this period, not needing to find her voice a little bit and feeling like a little frustrated with herself. So so that could be it too. Once Venus goes direct, you might feel the power coming back again, and that love energy and plans starting to formulate again. So I feel soon is ace means like a day, a week, a month, basically. It seems soon. New emotional beginnings, overflowing goodness, compassion, love, connection, etc., etc. Marriage, spiritual growth, deep wellspring, guarded by the heart. The Page of Pentacles, one of the definitions is proposals engaged. Well, this is actually the engaged card. Feeling safe, secure, protected. Mature love, building on an opportunity. So now we're doing stepping stones. Manifesting of a dream. Um, Practical things happen. Practical. I don't know if you got a ring, but if you didn't get a ring, he's going to get you a ring to make it official that you can wear it. But if you do have a ring, great. I just feel like more physical, practical things, tangible things are going to come to, like demonstrations of your connection. Right, and so let's see what else. Good. I'm glad you got a ring. Wow. Yeah, this is the priest. Y'all are going to the chapel and you're gonna get married. This is all about traditional stuff. So I really do believe your person thinks thinks of things in a very traditional way. Maybe there's a part of him who he thinks that maybe he just doesn't believe in living together before marriage. I don't know, but he's very traditional. So I think that he's going to want to get married pretty soon so he can live with you. You know what I mean? That's funny because I didn't live with my husband before we were married. And I would go to his apartment and visit him a lot. And he lived with a bunch of other guys, which was not very cool. So I didn't do that a lot. And then it was funny, after we got married, I was still living with my mom. After we got married, I still had gather my belongings and things. And I remember him saying, like, aren't you gonna live with me? Aren't you gonna come here and live with me? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta live with you now. So I thought this was kind of funny because I was like, this is hard to get used to. I had to leave my mama and go live with my husband. Oh, okay, I see. He's divorced. Well, I see. I mean, you could do a chapel, it doesn't have to be through a religion, it can be a chapel and there's some really pretty chapels that kind of give a church vibe without having the priest and stuff like that. You can get a chapel with a minister and that would suffice. I'm old, Laura. I'm old. I'm a I'm 30 plus 26. So, yes. So I'm divorced too. Yeah. For been divorced for as long as I was married to him, pretty much. We were married 14 years, and I think I've been divorced now 14 years. 15 years. Yep. Yeah. Guess wait. And I have 3 adult kids. Thanks. I have great filters that help me out. All right, and look at this. You got another page. Like, very romantic, very traditional, very wanting to court you and go by the book and not rush things and just, treat you like a princess and not like, yeah, not rush things too much. But yeah, I think it's happening quicker than you think. So the Page of Swords also is sort of a declaration, a talk about what to do next. These things are going to come out more, learning new things, being assertive, being discerning, being honest, being witty, such and so on and so on and so on. Let's see if we can. If the I'm going to say 4 of Wands can be house or wedding reception. And the 10 of Pentacles is marriage, and the 10 of Cups is marriage as well. But we already have, like, the Hierophant is a marriage card, and the Ace of Cups, and this one. They're all kind of... Okay, we got the 8 of Swords. So I think this is what's going to happen. Like, it's not so much that there's cold feet, but there's a bit of insecurity here between one or the other of you, and y'all are going to be able to talk it out. He might even like, ooh, he might get on one knee and propose again. But anyway, he might, what he really wants to do is say, look, he's going to talk about the issues, about your living together, being together and stuff. He's going to say, I've been scared before, or maybe you're going to say, I've been scared before. But this is all about like a protection. Like, this is like you protecting him and him protecting you. Like, if you ever feel like you're in trouble, I'll be there to help you I'll be there. It's like this I'll be there song. I'll be there. I'll be there. It's like if you feel like something's sticking you, I'm going to remove it and bandage you up. I'll take care of you. And this is the same thing. Like, so if you guys, I feel like you're going to have an important conversation where you're going to talk about how you'll be there for each other. But this seems like vows, it feels like vows, like sickness and health and till death do us part. There are a ton of guys right now that are also flirting with me too, which is making things weird. Yeah, that's always the case, right? As soon as hello, Sky Blessings. As soon as you are taken off the market, everybody wants to be with you. Seems like that, right? I shouldn't say like market, but all right. So let's see about when. When will you get married? Oh, the widow lovebirds. Wow, the key. Okay. So I definitely feels like this is like more talking, just like talking about your feelings. And then you come up with a solution. But as far as timing goes with the key represents, I think it's now. The key represents, yeah, now. So the key as far as timing is now. Any day now, you could get married. I know this sounds weird, but that's the energy behind it. Also, the bird can represent the 12th of the month, 12 days or weeks. So yeah, the reason why you may not be moving in together is you're going to get married before you move in together, kind of like what me and my husband did. I don't know how that happened that way. It's kind of a strange story, but we were only together. All right, we worked together at a Mexican restaurant, and we went out and dated a little bit, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to Mexico." I'm like, "Wait a minute, don't leave me. Like, we just barely got to know each other. We had only been dating for like 2 months, and he leaves to Mexico, and then when he goes to Mexico, I find out that I'm pregnant, and I'm like, oh no. So I was gonna kind of write him off and be like, oh, I'll just let him go, whatever. But now he's the father of my child, so I'm like, dang it, what do I do now? So we wrote letters back and forth to each other. I'm like, you don't have to be part of his life. That's okay. Maybe if you can help me out, support him, but that's fine. You don't have to be part of his life. And then he's like, no, I want to. And then I went to Mexico and visited him, and to see, like, who is this guy, and is he going to be a good father? And like he was like really revered in the community. Everybody loved him and blah, blah, blah. And he was a good uncle. And so I kind of felt like, well, maybe he's a good guy after all. But it took him a long time to get back to the United States. And I had his baby, and he wasn't there. And his baby got older, and he finally shows up after a really long time. And I really was already like, nope, I don't want to be with you anymore. But then he convinced me otherwise. But we still didn't get married. And I still was in the idea of like, you know what, we don't have to get married. Who cares? Let's not do this. So then he went to Mexico again because he was like a bodybuilder and he wanted to enter competitions and stuff like that. So finally, when he came back the second time, you know, he decided that he wanted to get married, but he was kind of being back and forth, wishy-washy about it. And then finally, my parents proposed to us. Really, that's how it happened. It was on Thanksgiving. They're like, you know, in a month, everybody will be in town for Christmas, and we know a guy. So it's kind of like well, I was Catholic. We're both Catholic, but it would have been hard for us to get married in the Catholic Church because you have to go through all these rituals and so on. It would have taken a long time. And I don't know if he might have been baptized, but he didn't have any of his sacraments or whatever. And I had all mine. Anyway, Catholic religion can be kind of strict. They need both people to have gone through all the different sacraments and such. So, um, yeah, and so my dad had been playing the organ at this one church, and he got to be friendly with the pastor there, and it was a Lutheran church. My dad was Lutheran, my mom Catholic, and so my dad's like, "Hey, my pastor friend will marry you." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, they have a reception hall at the church, and it's like my mom and dad just planned the whole thing right there in front of our eyes. We were like deer in headlights. We just didn't. It was just like a whirlwind thing. Like everybody was planning everything. My mom made like she sewed my dress. Me and my ex-husband bought Walmart rings. It was pretty silly. I mean, uh, everything there, but it turned. I mean, it was a really nice wedding, and my little boy was the ring bearer, and then we had two more kids after that. But yeah, it was like funny how we were just not living together, not barely dating, a little bit here and there. Like he had been away and he came back, and then suddenly I'm like married to this person. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go live with you. So, but there were some good times, and then things weren't so good, and that's another story. But anyway, that's my marriage in a nutshell. But I thought that part of it was interesting, and that it could be similar to what you're going through, like that whole like a kind of a whirlwind marriage type thing where your parents are involved and you don't even have to wait to get to move in together. You're or like the moving in together might come like right after you get married. Like that's exactly what happened to us. Like we got an apartment like the day after we got married. We got married in December. Our lease started in January. So something like that. At least you got to experience marriage and kids. Yes. Yes, Laura. I see a lot of people out there suffering, wishing that they could have children, and I'm like, I I'm so blessed that I was married and had children. And I have no regrets for it. Not one regret. It was really wonderful. And wonderful most of the time, I have to say. Very hard times too, but there's a lot of good, wonderful times as well. So let's see if we can get any more clues about when. Well, I think that's it. I think that's all Spirit wants to say about that. Well, oh, that's nice. The sun came out. So Spirit's trying to say, like, don't worry about it. It's all going to happen in beautiful divine timing here. And there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of excitement, good feels, happiness coming your way. It could be on the 31st or it could be the summer. Those are also possibilities. Or it could be on a Sunday. All right, so let me get you a message from the Divine Guidance deck. Final little message here. Yeah. You got these two. This one looks like a peacock. No, it's pretty too. Oh, this is the Om. This is for just chill and meditate. And when you meditate, go or listen to music while you're walking and looking at the trees. Do more when you're meditating, use sound to relax yourself. The meaning of this card has two meanings. First, it's saying take more time in meditation and prayer. And then energetically, you're needing some time alone with yourself in your inner space. Through meditation, you're able to connect more deeply with your higher self and your guides. Energetically, this is vital for you. Secondly, this card calls you to focus on the power of your voice to facilitate the opening of your throat chakra. This vocal expression, whether through chant, prayer, or even singing, is important for you right now. And then you have reflections. There is great beauty in all our life experiences. Although sometimes you feel sad and down, the spirit is reminding you that this can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. You are truly being watched over at this time. Don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without the darkness, there can be no light. This is a time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you will discover your light and know what needs to change so you can live more authentic life. So I don't know exactly what that's referring to. I feel like that just means to me like right now it's like a quiet time before Mercury goes direct and Venus goes direct. Just take this time to reflect, take this time to do more things in the reflect, meditate. That's not re. uh, um, relax, things like that. Don't stress too much because soon enough your life is gonna get happily hectic. You're gonna be finding this and this and this and this and then your apartment and this, just like what happened to me, like from Thanksgiving until January. It's just like boom 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 boom, all these things happened rapidly. So this is like the calm before the excitement. So just take this time to reflect and not worry too much because it's all going to work out in your favor and the right time. Again, back at the right time again. That's what I'm feeling. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if Spirit shows us a house. Is there a house? Is there a house or apartment coming through anytime soon? Real quick, just want to see apartment or house coming through. Well, there's that. The book, secrets and knowledge. The dog, he's your soulmate, and the heart. So, it's a fairy tale love story that's gonna play out. It's gonna play out nicely, so no worries. I don't see the house coming in right away, so it's probably gonna have it happen after marriage. But I see the marriage coming in a lot faster than I expected to. So that's good news. I got to spend some time with my daughter today, and my youngest son lives with me, and so I get to see him every day. And then my oldest son comes over to study for his massage therapy exam, his certificate that he's gonna get. So it's like I feel very blessed, for my beautiful kids. I love them so much. Yeah, and I do have a great family. I have a beautiful mommy and a sweet sister and great brother who lives in New York and a lot, we're all still pretty close, soul wise. Like I feel like my family is my soul family too. So that feels nice as well. So thank you so much. I I guess I can go early tonight. You haven't been meditating. I know I've been sort of slacking with meditation, but you know what you can do, even if you don't have a lot of time or until you can get in a good meditation routine, you can at least like listen to music in the morning and music at night, like binaural beats or music that helps channel like positive energy to you, things like that. Because that kind of stuff can help get you centered or help relax, help focus, things like that. I know, I'm surprised what is it? Is a holiday? No, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes we need a break from each other, I think. But I'm glad that you were here. Thank you so much for being here. And I think Wendy too. And you know what? I'm gonna go early and go work on some projects. Thank you. You too. And if anybody stopped by and wanted a reading, you can, and you didn't, and I left early, you can you can email me. Email me at arts lady, because I'm an artist, art lady, and my initials, JAS, at, that's an at sign, at gmail.com. And I will send you a price list. But if you mention the live tonight, then you can use the typical donation prices, the suggested donation prices during the live, like $5, $7, $10, something like that. But if you don't mention the live, then or you would like to just use the regular form of payment, or if you are somebody that's been in the Spark and Live Light community for a while, you might consider one of the bigger packages, because there's some fun packages out there, like like your future spouse's first kiss, first date, first intimacy with them. That's a fun package right there. So if y'all are interested, anyone interested out there in getting a private reading and one of the bigger package ones, then let me know. Also, all my readings are per question, so you can do readings that ask a lot of questions, as opposed to when we do this live, it's only maybe one or two questions at a time that I take. But when I read a private reading for you, I can go up to 6 questions. So yeah, y'all can do that, and they can be all different subjects. But generally speaking, it's supposed to be within the same subject. So there you go. All right, so I'll see y'all next time. Until then, faith, trust, and pixie dust.